thanks for coming back to the channel, guys. We are back with our video. We normally do this on the weekend or a Monday, but this today we are doing it on a Sunday, so it's a weekend video. And this is always about the news that are coming out in the following week. We are starting to keep these videos short so that you are able to watch the video till the end. Before I forget, we have a YouTube live, which is a daily YouTube live where we do our live analysis and we post all the confirmed orders into our free Telegram channel. The link is in the YouTube page description homepage. You can join free of charge. It's going to be for a limited time. Otherwise, if you don't join early, we are going to make it a paid premium, and the people who will be inside the Telegram group will stay in the VIP paid group also. So tell all your trader friends to join, because the positions are limited before we make it premium. So let's start right away. The next week we have news starting on Tuesday, so Monday is free, and we have news starting on Tuesday. We have on Tuesday we have monetary policy meetings of AUD, which is just a statement which is going to be issued, or notes that are going to be published, so they have no statistics. We have a Canadian pair CPI month on month and year on year, so this is a huge impact is going to be expected on all the Canadian pairs. So Canadian JPY, Canadian Swiss francs, all the Canadian pairs, and the USD Canadian too will be impacted. So what on Monday we don't have any news on USD, which is a high impact. We only have building permits, which is nothing much. And we are looking at Tuesday. We have also CPI on GBP JPY, GBP as the currency. Sorry about that. We have a CPI also on GBP, and as you can see for GBP, we have a forecast of increasing inflation rates. So this is really, if we look into the history, we have been seeing predictions that don't turn out as we think they're going to be, and predictions that turn out as the forecast expects. So we have a mixed track record if you look at the forecast and actual. So in this case, we have to wait and see the report comes out in any favor. We'll try to analyze the market after the report comes out. But GBP has CPI, which is an inflation measure report, on a Wednesday early London session. So we are looking at a USD on Wednesday also. We have news on USD, which is the federal funds rate. This report comes out 8 times a year, and this is going to be one of those times. And we are looking at this news, and we have also, if we put here, we can try to look at the Fed Watch tool, which normally tracks the forecast of this exact report. And as you can see, the forecast is indicating there is not going to be any change in the interest rates. Now if you look into the Fed Watch tool, which shows that there's 3 days remaining till this news is released, you can see that also they are indicating there might not be a change. As you can see here, 98% the Fed Watch tool has indicated there might not be a change, and the 2%, there is a 2% that they might change and increase. So most probably there is not going to be a change in the interest rates. So let's come back to our page. Let's come back to Thursday. We have a GDP on a New Zealand. GDP quote unquote is coming out, and the forecast is just like crazy. It's from negative 0.1 to 4% growth in their GDP. So this is going to be really a high impact on New Zealand pairs in a very, very, very good way. If it comes just a little bit above 0.4, we'll see how the market reacts to that. And if we look into the history of the forecast, we can see that here it didn't turn out good, and here it turned out pretty good. Here it was also, let's see, here it was not as the forecast was hoping. Here it was pretty bad, and here it was on spot. Now we don't have a really a good track record in the history. There are some news reports that have a good track record whereby the forecast is always on point. So GDP is coming out on New Zealand, and on that same day, Thursday, we have the official bank rate, which is also the interest rates on a GBP is there in the mid-London session. And as you can see, interest rates from Bank of England Monetary Policy Committee. It's scheduled monthly, known as the FOMC, which is scheduled 6 weeks, every after 6 weeks. Now for this is coming out in the mid-London session, and we'll see all the GBP pairs that can be impacted is GBP USD, GBP Canadian, and GBP JPY. There are many pairs, New Zealand, GBP Swiss francs, but normally those pairs for us, they're a little bit tough to trade because they always have a lot of volume or spikes within the major zones, which normally don't work for us. So if we look at USD Thursday, we have the unemployment claims. This is a jobless claim report, and it comes weekly on every Thursday. And as you can see right there, we have a little bit of change in the forecast. So we'll see how the report comes out and the market reacts. So we'll start from there, and this always impacts all the USD pairs, where USD is the base is USD Canadian, USD JPY, USD Swiss francs, and a couple of minor pairs. We have on Friday the JPY monetary policy statement and Bank of Japan policy rate. Now this is also about the interest rates, and for the Japanese interest rates, this number 0.1 has been a number that has been there for a very long time. I think since the beginning of the year, the points haven't changed even a single bit. They haven't increased or decreased their interest rates for the entire year, which means the economy is somehow stable. But let's see how the market is going to react to that. The time is tentative, and they will be letting us know when it's coming out. So we have retail sales on our GBP, and the forecast is pretty very strong, so we have to wait and look at this closely, because this might spike up something in the market. So this has to be looked at closely. It's on Friday, the early London session opening, so this is going to be a good one. It's a growth report on how the economy is doing. And we have the press conference after the interest rates of the JPY interest rates released. There is a press conference. It's also a high impact news. News without statistics are very, very complicated, so try to keep away from them until you see a sentiment in the market. Either the market is trying to go up or going down. Wait and see a sentiment in the market, and you start analyzing from there. We have also the Euro or manufacturing PMI and flash service PMI on the early London session, and we have the German flash manufacturing on the early London session too. So these reports, I think these are monthly. Yeah, these are monthly reports. They're coming out each month, and they're in the early London session of Friday. We have also the flash manufacturing PMI again on Euro. There is the French flash manufacturing and the flash manufacturing PMI on Euro. So there is news on 10:15, 10:30, and 10 and 11 a.m. and then 11:30, which is flash manufacturing on GBP. So this the first 2 hours of the London session on Friday is just filled up with 8 news reports coming out. So it's going to be crazy on Friday morning London session. You have to be careful with that. There is a lot of prediction on all the news. And as we can see, Friday in the evening, we have a core retail sales, which is a medium impact, and this is a growth report on the Canadian economy. So we'll wait and see how that plays out. It's a medium impact, so nothing much is, not a lot is expected to move the markets, but it's still a medium impact is expected. And on USD pairs, we have last news of the week is going to be the flash manufacturing PMI. As you can see in the Eurozone, the same news is coming out in a US still. So flash manufacturing PMI and flash service PMI is going to be releasing. The reports are going to be released on Friday in the early London session. So it depends where you are. Here in the East African time, it's 4:45 p.m. and in the New York is early in the morning. And remember, in the Eurozone and the East African side, they are almost in the same time frame, just a difference of 1 hour. But the Americas have very change in the timing, which is something like 8 to 9 hours. So you have to be careful. If you're watching this video, try to understand the time zone where you are, or you can open the Forex Factory to see all the news reports depending on where you are to get the correct timings. So thanks for watching, guys, and keep it up. That was our video about the high impact news that are coming out the following week, which is starting from tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys.